our next podcast with UppLabs team, and today we'd like to present you Sofiia. Sofiia is our PM who volunteered to be the second one in a row and will tell us something interesting about project managers' duties, maybe habits, maybe useful skills, and so on. Hi, Sofiia.
Hello. Yes, I'm also happy to do this podcast with you guys. It's a really nice idea to get to know each other better and to share some experience. It's nice.
How you became a project manager? Where did you study?
Yes, so, I got my master degree in linguistics. I studied languages, English and Spanish. So then I worked as a teacher of English and Spanish. I was teaching adults. Then I started to teach business English. And while doing my master degree, I started to work as a project manager because it was very interesting for me. Back then, there was a course in the university. It's called Communicative Strategies and Interpersonal Communication. So, I'd like to dig more into that sphere, into the communication. So, I started to work as a project manager.
Why did you become teacher in the first place?
To be honest, now I realize that being a project manager and a teacher, it's not something different. You both need, in both professions, you need to be attentive. Yes, that's true. You also work with people and you need to find approaches to each of them to understand the needs both of the client and of your colleagues, to find different approaches, like in teaching, how to teach something and how to manage something. So a lot of similar things. But my career in linguistics, I've chosen it because I really, in the past, I was keen to learn languages, and English and Spanish sounded like a good idea.
Do you use Spanish language now?
Not in my project management career, but I really still use this language while traveling, while communicating with people, and it's like a hobby for me now.
How did you become a project manager? Was it the first job in UppLabs, or it was some previous experience?
Yes. Before UppLabs, I worked as a project manager for 1 year, and it was a remote job. It helped me to combine my studies while I was doing my master degree back then, and my work. I started to work in UppLabs 1 year ago, and last summer, I remember it. I graduated and I went on a trip to Spain. So I was already searching for some job opportunities, and there in Spain I had my job interview with UppLabs. I remember it was very exciting, and right after I came back, I started to work with UppLabs and on the project.
And do you like to be a project manager?
Well, yes, I do. It's a good profession. It helps you to develop strong bonds with your team, to manage and get the outcomes of the planned things. Also to manage the work and become it easier, maybe make it easier for everyone who's working on it to implement it in the right way and to have a clear milestones, deadlines, and to see where the work is going to be done. So, yeah. It's quite stressful, and by the end of the day, I find myself weary, and sometimes I cannot stop thinking about work. So, yes, I find very helpful in situations like that to change the environment, to go for a walk or walk to the park or by the river or the forest. It really helps me to relax and regenerate. And I have a rule: I stop using my gadgets and I go offline. It's just some digital detox that helps me to start working like tomorrow from the very beginning and full of the power and desire to work.
Do you have many projects simultaneously, or you work on some one project?
Yes, currently my main project is one, so it's Fliplet, and I really enjoy working with them. It's a big team. They are in London, and yes, so it has a lot of teams, which I am managing the majority of them, and we are working on a really good project, on a really good product, and I like it personally very much. Not only the product I like, but also the people I work with, the atmosphere, the communication. It's clear, transparent. People are respectful and straightforward. Yes, the demands, like the requests, are clear, and yes, it's really nice. They are very friendly.
Did you experience working with some unrespectful clients?
Well, yes, I did. I think I'm lucky to work with another respectful client as well. It's a matter of being flexible, strong, and also caring about the result, the outcome, about the people. So you need to take care of everything, basically. So, yes.
Do you need to understand the technologies?
Well, on my current project, I don't, but sometimes I feel like I wish I understood technologies. That would be very helpful when I'm clarifying the requirements, when I'm communicating with my teams, with the developers. So yes, it would be good to have some basics to bring more results. It's in my mind to develop some technical skills of mine. I think like before that, for now, I haven't done anything, any courses on technical skills, but I was taking some courses on project management, and well, I was attending some like different conferences connected with project managers, topics and subject, getting the best practices from the colleagues and project manager professionals. As a future plan, yes, I'd like to grow in a technical way as well. So I think it's a lot of opportunities, and I am really into it.
How difficult is to manage our developers, UppLabs developers?
Well, you know, I appreciate how collaborative they are and how responsible they are with their work. And taking this, they like I can count on them as well as they can count on me. So I think it's very important in any team and in any work. So I cannot say that it's extremely difficult. Of course, there are some good times, bad times. Something's clear, something's not. Well, we as a team, we always try to find common ground together to groom some solutions to find and resolve problems. So that's nice to work with them, really.
Did it happen to defend objectivity despite the fact that the client is always right?
Well,
did you experience such situation?
The client is always right, that's true. But sometimes there are cold facts that you cannot escape from. And you need to tell the client that here is the situation and present all the solutions you might find. It really depends on the client, but also it depends on how good you can explain the situation and to suggest your own solutions. So yeah.
We also wanted to ask you about the tools or platforms you use usually for your work.
Many tools I use, but I'm not going to go through all of them. The main ones are task managers, as you know, any project manager needs them. And talking about task managers, I used to work with Jira, but in the current project we are using GitHub. And there we collect all our tickets and we are working, everything is situated there. It's quite easy to use, I like it. And of course we use the G Suite that helps us to collaborate on different spreadsheets and documents, which project manager has a lot on each project and smaller project and project of the project, and it's so many. And I'm happy that everyone can contribute into the work we are doing. That's it, I think, on the most important ones.
What are the specifics of this work that you like most of all and that you dislike?
Yeah, so the thing that I like about my work is that this work is connecting with people. I really enjoy working with my colleagues, generating some new ideas of how to get to the solution or to the result. I really like to exchange the experience, to achieve something new. It's nice. I mean, I enjoy the collaboration within a team. The project manager role is sometimes, they say it's not that appreciated, because when everything is good, nobody sees you or praises you. But when everything is bad, you're the guilty one. So it's quite difficult, but it's also a huge responsibility. The responsibility for me is quite, I don't have fear of it, but in reverse it makes me treat it like a challenge, and that's what I like about this job. So each time, each day, or each quarter, you find yourself in a challenge, and with your team and teams, and this is quite exciting. I like it. So yes.
Can I ask you about those paintings behind you?
These are some of my hobbies. Well, the one behind me, which is my portrait there, it's not my work, but the other one, it's the painting by number. That's another way or another hobby I use to relax after work. So I usually like listening to audiobook and paint something, and it's quite nice. But I also like painting my own pictures. They are not that professional, but it's just for fun. They're in another room, so yes.
And how do you like to work remotely? Do you like to work in the office, or is it easier for you to work remotely?
Well, I used to work remotely my first job as a project manager, and it's not something that is weird for me. I got used to it now. Working remotely is not the same as when you work in the office. The communication is faster and clearer in the office, of course, and this human factor, when you can understand and be on the same page with your team, and this is very important, I think. Well, while working remotely, to compensate that, we have more meetings, more clarifications, so more confirmation on what we are gonna do or what we are not gonna do. So it's different, but it works. Personally, I find it good. It's just because you do not spend time and waste your time on commuting. It also can be difficult. For example, I have my remote work routine. I usually start my working day and finish my working day at the same time every day. So it helps me to understand for myself that yes, this is work, so we are working here. And I managed to create my own home office here, and this is a space that I can concentrate and create the working process. Coffee breaks is not that much fun from working remotely as it is in the office. I miss my teammates, and yeah.
You did have remote coffee breaks.
Yeah, well, we didn't have remote coffee breaks, but with the London team, we practiced this Friday drinks. It's really nice time to spend. We are not talking about work, and which is very good. And on Friday, you don't want to talk about work anymore. And yeah, we were just discussing some movies, or sometimes there was a theme drinks. We were Mexican theme, or maybe Spanish, I don't remember, but it was quite fun. I liked it. Yeah. Yes, I have a cat. This is my only company.
You're lucky to have such a client.
Yeah, that's true. My only company during quarantine is my cat. Her name is Esperanza. It's something Spanish from my... Actually, well, talking about Esperanza, her name has a meaning. In Spanish, esperar, it's to wait. And I called her Esperanza, is the one who's waiting for me when I'm not at home. Yeah, actually, Esperanza, her name means hope in English, so it's like that.
She finally has you at home.
Oh, yes.
Her fulfilled.
Oh, yes, she's so fond of it. I think she's bored already.
We're glad to have you on our podcast, and that was very interesting, and I hope many of our team members will find you from the other side and will explore your talents, and maybe we'd like to have another Friday drinks with you, not only with the clients team, but with our internal team.
Yes, inviting.
And thank you again for this podcast, and
thank you so much.